blowing of the shofar, the sound of the trumpet. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We give all praise and we give all honor unto Yahweh, for He's worthy to be praised. He's worthy to be praised. We thank Yah in this place for life, health, and strength. We thank Yahweh for His spiritual and His moral lessons that are hidden throughout Scripture. There are moral and there are spiritual lessons that are hidden all throughout Scripture. Many of them have been taken out of text. Yahweh is articulate in His thought, and He's articulate with the things that He does and the things that He has prepared for His, for His children. But living by Torah does not make you money. Only working does that. But Yah requires balance between the two. So because there is not much money to be made by following Yah and keeping the laws and the statutes and commandments of Yah, it's unpopular. It's unpopular in this country. It's unpopular in this land. It's not popular because people are saying, why do I have to be so strict? Or why did there have to be so much constraint upon my life if there's no money attached to the strength and to the stronghold that Yahweh holds His people to? He holds His people to a certain moral, that the people will have a certain morality about themselves. So in this day and age, people have gotten living above reproach or living according to Torah. There's no exchange for me living above reproach and mammon and money. There's no exchange. Shaul worked. Yahshua worked when he was younger. So I'm not inviting anybody to come to Yahweh, to come to Torah, because you are going to become a millionaire. I'm not inviting you to that. I'm inviting you to the end time, to the end of your life, when all things will begin to make sense and all things will begin to measure up, because the first enemy that we must conquer and destroy is flesh. Flesh is a mentality. And some of the mentalities that we have, yes, they come from Christianity. Yes, they come from stepping out on faith. And yes, they come from this. And yes, they come from that. But in the end, and while you're walking this journey, are you bitter? Are you lonely? Because these should not be the things that we are feeling when we're walking in car with Yahweh. We should not be bitter. We should not be brought down low in our spirits. If anyone is brought down low in their spirits, then there's time for us to do a self-evaluation. Because we will continue to walk and live our lives in that state, in that mental state. Our minds have become cluttered. They are cluttered, and there's a whole bunch of things that are going on in our minds and things that are going on around us in this earth. And we're trying to figure these things out, and we think that, we're doing 2 plus 2, and it seems like 2 plus 2, it's not adding up to 4. We're doing everything the way that we think Yahweh wants us to do it, so we think that because we do it the way Yah says do it, that that's going to reward us. It is a reward, but it's not a monetary reward. The monetary reward is not great. When you are walking according to Torah and you are keeping the commandments and you are keeping the feast days, what does that? Is education. Our children are going to have to be educated in order to produce mammon, in order to produce money. If they are not educated, if they do not choose the right and correct fields to go into, then they will lack financial. They will lack the financial strength or the financial security that many people today are seeking. It's not wrong for a person to seek financial security, but the only way you can attain financial security is you have to work. The Bible says he who will not work is not worthy. It's not worthy. He should not eat. He should go hungry. This is what Shaul says in his writings. So as I walked through this thing, and I thought that because I was walking in righteousness, that I would be covered. But I lost the sanctuary with that attitude. I lost the sanctuary. I lost many things with that attitude. I devoted myself to studying. I devoted myself to praise, worship. I devoted myself to fasting, but it didn't pay my bills. Those things didn't pay my bills. Yes, I grew closer to Yah, but I didn't have balance. And one thing Yah requires, he requires balance. Because if we go back to the book of Nehemiah, we see them having to build a wall and still attend to the affairs of Yahweh. We see Sabbath. We see he tries to get the prophet to come to the valley of Ono. He said, no, I can't come to the valley of Ono, but what we're going to do, we're going to be on this wall and we're going to have a sword in one hand and a trowel in the other hand. There must be balance. I myself had lost that balance once. I had lost that balance. But in order for me to make it through this realm, I had to understand that balance. And I had to understand that there was no prayer in the world that was going to drop a money bag in my living room or drop a money bag in this sanctuary. I came close to losing this sanctuary with that. I stayed in here praying on my face day in and day out. The bills were still collected. The tab went up to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. And I couldn't place that on y'all. So I had to figure a way through y'all. I had to figure a way through Torah. I had to figure a way through righteousness. I had to Google through all the filth, through all the murk, and through all the mud. And to upkeep and uphold Torah and uphold the image of Yah. Because anybody that's saying that they are a Hebrew Israelite, you are upholding the image of Yahweh. The image of Yah is what you are holding. And that is why Yahweh says, I will not allow you to blaspheme my name among the nations, among the heathen. I will not allow you to do that. So we need to be really circumspect when it comes what it is that we're doing and what it is that we're thinking in our minds. Because the only thing that ever held me back was me. Listen, I made decisions in my life, and some things people did unto me. But at the end of the day, the enemy that I had to conquer was self. The person that I had to lift up was me. The person that had to operate and to function in this realm, on this plane, and on the plane of Yah, it was yet and still it was in me. So many of you out there, you are struggling. And you are struggling today with money, and you're struggling with bills. I will say to you today, as you are, find a way. Find a way in Yah. Because I've studied the scripture. I've seen the lives of men and women on the face of the earth. And if a person feels like money, not having money, they are broke. If they feel like they are broke because they don't have money, then I would have them to reevaluate that statement also. But if it's money that you want or money that you need, then you're going to have to go get it. You're going to have to go get it. I'm seeing a lot of posts on Facebook, a lot of things on Facebook about the Sabbath, keeping the Sabbath day, and about honoring Yah. We find ways to do everything. We find ways to get anything done we want to get done. But some things I come and tell you, we're just slothful about. We're slothful about certain things. When it's something we want to eat, something we want to drink, something we want to do, something we want to wear, we go get it. We do it. So I came out of excuses. And I began to look around. And I began to see that I was my own help. I had no help at that particular time. I was my own help, and I had to rely on what Yahweh taught me. And what Yahweh taught me was to be self-sufficient and to be efficient on this plane. So you need to pick your heads up and look into the hills from which your help comes from. Because your help comes from Yahweh. But after you get up off your knees from praying, you went on your knees because you was weak. And when you got off your knees, you were supposed to have the strength to accomplish what it was you went into your closet to pray to Yahweh about. You were supposed to have the strength to carry out what your Father has taught you. This Bible is not just readings. This Bible is instructions. It is instruction that a father gives to his sons and to his daughters on how to make it through this realm and how to make it through this world. And a lot of times in prayer, I don't go begging to Yah. I tell Yah, I did what you said do, and it worked. I did it, Yah. I put my hand to that plow. I put my hand to this plow. Listen, there are many plows. He who puts his hand to the plow and looks back and not worthy of the kingdom, there's more than one plow. When you portion, you put Yah in the box. Because what you refuse to understand is the metaphors. You refuse to understand the metaphor. You refuse to understand the hidden teachings, the hidden moral teachings, and the hidden spiritual teachings. And you refuse to believe in prophecy. Because you are in self. We have to come back to a place to where we are Echad in Yahweh. And when we are Echad in Yahweh, when you plant a seed, you must reap a harvest. If we are planting seed and we are not reaping a harvest, then that is against Law's ethic, that is against Yah's ethic, and that is against Yah's teaching. Because Yah says, as long as there be an earth, there should be seed time and harvest. There are certain things that I live by turning to your Bibles and to Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. I understand. I understand what's going on. Really, I do. And I understand that we've been through slavery. And I understand that we came through this situation and we've come through that situation. I understand, and I understand that we're facing this situation again. And I understand that this is not going our way, or this is not going your way. But I hear people say all the time, I'm grown. And I love when people say that they are grown. Because if you're grown, then you got to do what grown people do. See, children do certain things that grown people can't do. And I often hear people say, oh, I'm grown. Oh, you can't tell me. Oh, you can't tell me. And I love it when I hear people say they're grown, because now you're held to a higher standard. Because you're grown. That's why I move like I move. I'm not grown, I'm a child, but I still move as a young adult. I don't want to be grown. I don't want to be grown. I don't want to be seen as grown in the eyes of y'all. Not me. I don't. I want to be seen as a child, someone who is learning and continually a sponge and going through this earth and learning the positive things in life and how to perform the positive things in life. The Bible reads in Ecclesiastes, it reads, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For y'all should bring every work into judgment. Now you can take that word work and you can pardon, you can make that one singular thing if you want to. And I promise you, you'll be lacking in other areas in your life. We got to take Yahweh out of this box that we put him in. We got to take the Ruach out of the box. The Ruach can do all these other things for us. But the Ruach won't help us walk above reproach. The Ruach won't lead us to where we don't have to live a sinful life. What the Ruach doesn't instruct us that hatred is not of Yah. But we are professing that we, as Hebrews, that we are the chosen ones, that we are the priests of this earth. There's only one priest of this earth. And there's only one people that's going to be the priest of Yah. And those are the people that conquer flesh. Those are the people that conquer their fears. And those are the people that operate in Yahweh in this wicked world. For Yahweh shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether evil. That's why I love rolling with y'all. I don't worry about people, because no matter what a person is thinking on the inside, Yahweh knows what they're thinking. That's why I love rolling with Yahweh, because I don't have to beat you thinking. Because Yahweh knows your thoughts. Yahweh knows if you're pure. It doesn't matter about the facade. It doesn't matter about the garment. It don't matter about the head wrap. It don't matter about my haircut. It don't matter about my shoes, because Yahweh knows me internally. Yahweh knows you internally. That's why I don't play games. I don't play games with y'all. I don't play games with people. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. Because there's certain things that I understand about this realm. So I walk in my authority. And people will have problems with you walking in your authority because they are not walking in authority. So you seem to be some kind of a pushy person. But no, you must stand up and you must continue to be a commander. Command your area. Command where you are. Command conversations. Don't let people take you where they want to take you in conversations. Don't let people take you where they want to take you in life, lead you where they want to go in life. If they call you a commander or they call you, what is it? Oh, control. Let them call you a controller. But don't follow them down the path and down the road that they're going, because then you're a follower. So I'd rather be a commander than a follower. Unless I'm following Yah. I follow his vein, his son, his Torah. See, we got people begin to throw different things up in the air in your face. They begin to use what is called psychology. Psychology is what they begin to use. So what this Bible does, this Bible is able to destroy all psychology. When you know who you are in Yah, when you know how you're walking in Yah, there's nothing anybody can tell you to go against your relationship that you have with Yah. But you got to have a true relationship with Yah. And you got to be able to listen to constructive criticism that's around you. Oh, don't always be talking about, oh, that's not this and it's not that, it's not that. Well, then you know everything. See, I can't know everything, because if I did, I should be a millionaire if I know everything. I should be a billionaire if I know everything. If I know how everything goes, all this stuff, then I should have a real fat bank account. If I know everything. I'm still learning my way. But as I learn my way as a man of Yah, it's a certain way that I have to walk. It's a certain way that I have to posture myself when I go outside that door among other men. I'm talking to you because I'm talking to the way the Ruach is leading, because we have a false sense of Yahweh. Yahweh said, look, is not my grace sufficient for you? Haven't not I done everything that needs to be done for you? So a lot of times I have to check myself, because I have to look and say, well, I'm really saying that Yahweh haven't finished the work in me. Yahweh haven't done what he said he would do in my life. And that's when the light bulb went off, that Yah had done everything that he said he would do. But I had to learn how to walk and how to pull into fruition the things that Yah said that he had done. And you know what's really hard? It's really hard to work for yourself. I see people can go to work. I see it all the time. People can go to work for other people. Oh, if they had a job at 7 a.m., they could get there and they would be to work at 6:30 every day, perfect attendance. But when it comes to working for themselves, they don't have that same intake. They don't have that same drive. They don't have that same push. So that's why I keep working on pushing me, and I'm hard on myself, because it's more that I need to be doing. It's more that I need to get done, because can't nobody do for me what I can do for me. Can't nobody do for you what you can do for you. We playing the blame game. We playing the blame. I can't put the blame on yesterday, because I'm standing before you today. Yesterday is behind me. Yesterday is gone. What's in front of me is now. How do I fix now? How do you fix now? You fix now through walking out Torah. Walking out what Yahweh has taught you is what we're going to have to learn how to do. Because at the end of the day, the conclusion of the whole matter, fear Yah, keep the commandments, for this is the whole duty of mankind. And the commandments begin to produce, because the commandment is a seed that Yahweh wants to plant in you. And every seed that Yahweh plants, you best believe it must bring forth fruit. Yahweh does not plant corrupt harvests. Every so often, every so many months, I started reevaluating myself. I started reevaluating my moves, reevaluating my life. Because there's one thing I cannot do. I cannot be stuck in mud, and I cannot die in my mess. I got to get up. And I'm telling you, on the other side of that camera, you got to find a way to get up. Because if you don't find a way to get up, there's nothing that's going to get you up. Nothing can get you up. I heard all kinds of messages. I heard all kinds of prophecies. But if my spirit ain't right, if me functioning on this earth, see, to me, for me not to be productive on this earth, that's really a form of disobedience underneath. I'm talking to you now. That's a form of disobedience. Because when I read the book of Yehoshua, what does the Bible say in Yehoshua? Turn to Joshua. Turn to the book of Joshua and see what the Bible says. I can only use scripture. I come to you by no personal interpretation. The Bible says in Joshua 1, Joshua 1, it says in verse 7, only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do to all the law which Moshe my servant commanded thee. Turn not from the left hand, or to the left, turn not from the right hand, or to the left, that thou mayest prosper wheresoever thou goest. I don't care what country I go to, I got to produce out of me, I'm operating disobedience. That's me. That's for me. This book of the law shall always be in my mouth. But thou shalt meditate therein day and night, and thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. I struggled with this verse for many years. I struggled with this verse for many years. And then that's when I got my screen print machine. That's when I got my lawnmowers. Because I work. I work. I work just about every day. I work in the sun. I climb trees, I cut trees, I wash windows, I pick up cans, I cut grass, I sell a t-shirt here and there. I work. Pain in my body, I work. Because ain't nobody gonna give me what I require. I require to go on a cruise every now and then. I gotta work for that. I require to catch a plane here and there sometimes. So I have to work for that. So when I began to deal with this verse, I had to see what the verse was really saying. What the verse began to speak volumes to me, because it was something that I was lacking and it was causing. Listen, anything that causes you to suffer, day after day after day, year, month after month after month, year after year. I'm not going to say it's not of y'all, but I will say we have got our signals crossed with y'all. And as long as we stay in that place, that's the place we're going to stay. Because one thing y'all cannot and will not do, he's not going to make me, he will not make you do anything that you don't perceive and come to an under and an over and understanding in your mind to do. You got to find a way. You got to find a way. We find a way to do everything else. So when I found myself finding my way, see, my thing was, where my intensity comes from is when I was in the world. Nothing could stop me when I was in the world, so nothing can stop me now. But me being lazy, that'll stop me. That will stop me being lazy. Which I have been being lazy. So for me, I'm going to get back and I'm going to work on my discipline and work on my obedience. It's what I'm going to work on. See, I'm going to always throw myself up under the bus. Because I don't know how you living or what you're doing. But I just want to let you know that you ain't the only one, and maybe, just maybe, you got some things wrong concerning y'all. When it comes to money, when it comes to look, you are living above reproach and according to sin for you in that day. You're not living that for y'all. We act like we doing y'all a favor because we live according to Torah and because we observe the feast day. No, the feast day is to preserve you. The feast day is to preserve your family values. The Sabbath is to bring your family closer. But you think it's old and washed up and done away with. So I keep this verse. I keep this verse all the time. And my whole duty of man, I keep this verse. In 1:5, when Hope said, thou should not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. Now I'm going to start here. Because the only thing that ever stood in my way in this life was me. Not the white man, not a baby mama, not my children, none of that. The only thing that ever stood in my way was me. I'm my own biggest enemy. The enemy must be destroyed. Is the enemy that dwells inside of you. And that enemy is cloaked and covered up. It is addressed and adorned, and that enemy begins to show himself as an angel like it's your help. But getting angry ain't your help. No, that's not your help. That's not your help. Being sarcastic is not your help. No, that's not your help. Hatred, that's not your help. That's not your help. That's not your help. That's not your help. Being wanting for a while is one thing, but I refuse to live my life that way. Because I am the son of the king. And the king has it all. There should not any man. So when I begin to deal with this any man, what's the man that was able to stand before me? Because see, this is where when we pause, we lose allegories and we lose metaphors. We lose the hidden messages and the encrypted messages in the word because you're reading it one way, because what you're doing is you're taking words in their usual or most basic sense without the metaphors and without the allegory. So you begin to cut yourself short. But then because some are educated, they'll never know they're cutting themselves short because they got money. So now the one over here that's doing everything and living, they don't got no money because they came up short in another area. Only reason I'm talking about marrying and money is because that seems to be the concern of many people, because people like to buy things. People like to buy things. People like new things. People like nice things. I'm not against that. But if you want to accumulate those nice things, and it's the way that they have to be accumulated. But I say to you today, if I were you, I would not do anything to get it. I would not add too much to me. In the book of Kings, I would not add too much to me. And I will keep focusing and walking and working on me. On me. I thought about some things the last few weeks concerning me, concerning speaking and concerning ministry. Because I need some work. Because there's some things that I need to achieve. There's some things that I need. There's some hard, some things that I need to see coming to fruition. And I've always been that way with y'all. I have to give y'all fleece. If this what it is, y'all, well, this got to happen. And he never let me down. That's why we still are in this season. Because he never let me down. He showed me a way. But I had to go work for it. I had to work. Gave me so much work, it was overwhelming. But I need another type of work. There's different. One work was for y'all, but then there's another work for my wife. There's another work for my children. You understand? There's another work for the light bill man. There's another work for the mortgage company. We must learn how to separate Yahweh from this carnal world that we're living in. Because we want to bring Yahweh into our carnality, into the carnality of this world. And Yahweh placed us here. Let's go look at what he placed us here to do. Go to the book of Genesis, Bereshit. Like I said, I can only use the Bible. I can only use the Bible. You can go to 1:28. And this ain't even what I got written down. I don't even have none of this written. This is not even what I have written down. This is not even it. Because Yahweh gave us this. And we're going to go back to Joshua. And Yahweh blessed them. And Yahweh said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. And do what to the earth? Subdue it. Bring the earth into captivity. Bring the earth beneath you. And have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Then he began to talk about seed. Turn back to the book of Joshua. Yahweh has laid everything out. I have no excuses. Joshua 1:5, there shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. No, I cannot let my flesh stand before me. Because Yahweh said, my flesh is a man. Your flesh is a man. Your flesh will deter you. Your flesh will scare you. Your flesh will have you depressed. It is an opposition. It is the biggest opponent you will ever face is your flesh. You will never face a greater opponent than your flesh than what is inside of you. Because the flesh does what? The flesh lusts to envy against the spirit. There's no change. As I was with Moshe, Torah, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee nor forsake thee. We think when y'all say he with us, we think that old big hand's gonna come out the sky and swat armies. Yahweh say the same way I was with Moshe. I want y'all to go back and read the book of Moshe. Go back and look. Moshe them had to fight. They had to go into a land that was occupied. Yahweh said, I'm with you in Torah. I'm with you in spirit. The only way to worship in the spirit is truth. And the words that I speak, they are spirit. We put the horse before the cart. I don't know, maybe it's to make us feel good, or maybe we would have a nervous breakdown, or whatever it is. We got to come back from borderline breakdown. And we got to get breakthrough. We got to come. We got to go from breakdown to breakthrough. Do you hear what I say? We got to go from breakdown to breakthrough. It's time to break through, people. We are the oppressor. We oppress ourselves. We do nothing about our own situation. We sit around and do nothing about our own situation, and we cry and we murmur. And we sit around as if something is meant to descend out of the sky and save us. If it were so, I'd be waiting with y'all too. I wouldn't be cutting grass. I wouldn't be cutting trees. I wouldn't be planning to buy another piece of equipment. I wouldn't be planning. If it was going to fall out of the sky, I'd be sitting and I'd be stargazing with y'all. But Yahweh had notified me that it ain't going to fall out of the sky. No time soon. No time soon. As I was with Moshe. What was with Moses? What was with Moses when Moses was before all the people? What did he keep giving the people? Torah. Commandments. Torah. That's what he kept giving. This is the love of y'all. I will not fail thee, nor forsake thee, if you keep me. If you allow Torah to motivate you, if you allow Torah to be your strength, if you allow Torah to be your foundation and we build off of that foundation, I say breakthrough is a coming. We don't need guns. We don't need aircraft. Let me get to this part of y'all. We don't need military. If we needed military, y'all would have gave us military. If that's what we need. If we needed guns and lasers and a space program, if we needed that, y'all would have armed us with that. That's not what we need. What we need is to move in the power and authority that is bestowed and beset before us, which is Torah. And we will see the salvation of Yahweh. I don't know what people be talking about. Stand still and see the salvation. Stand still does not mean stand unprepared. We are in the stages of preparation. And nobody's preparing. Everybody's sitting around on different levels, including me at times. People are like, oh, you do this. I ain't doing enough. I'm supposed to be exhausted every day. Not have time for following foolishness. But because everybody is sleeping, everybody talking their conscience, I see a whole bunch of sleepwalking people with the name of Yah in their mouth. Talking about the white man, talking about captivity, and talking about this, and talking about prophecy, and talking about this and that. That's not Yisrael. Yisrael don't have a color. According to Genesis 37, when Joseph got the coat of many colors, Yisrael is not white or black. Yisrael is righteous. Yisrael is law-abiding. Yisrael is covenant keeping. Yisrael is one beginning to walk in the divine nature with the measure that Yahweh has made and placed before us. But everybody talking about you Hebrews, but you still sitting around waiting like church for, like people in Christianity. What y'all waiting on? Y'all say y'all Torah observant. You say you don't believe ain't nothing gonna return what you waiting on. And for all y'all who talking about fighting, y'all go right ahead and fight with sticks and rocks. Because I told you, y'all not going to arm you with that military to fight that way. You got to come in Yahweh, and once you come in Yahweh as a nation, then Yahweh builds your defense system. Oh, we're going to be vulnerable, and we're going to be vulnerable until we get into the place of Yah. We're going to be vulnerable until we come to a place where we're not turning right. We're not turning right, or we're not turning left. You're going to stay in a place of vulnerability. And I hate to say, many people are going to travel from bad relationship to bad relationship. I don't care if it's in the church. I don't care if it's in the Hebrew community. I don't care if it's in the secular world. We're going to continue to travel from bad relationship to bad relationship to bad relationship, because we're working on everything but self. We're working on everything but man in the mirror. We got our mouth on everything except the man in the mirror. If everybody begin to deal with the man in the mirror, you will see the move of Yah. You can't see no move of Yah because we're not moving collectively. Yes, I see the move of Yah, but guess what? It does me no good because the nation has to move. If my house begin to move in such a way, in such a manner, then you're going to talk about me like you talk about T.D. Jakes. Like you talk about Creflo Dollar, like you talk about George Myers. So a lot of you Morays and Hebrews and pastors, the reason why you're not moving, because if you did, y'all would say, look, I'm going to take y'all, get in land, little by little. See, that's what I'm talking about, the metaphors and allegories, where he said, little by little. He said, because if I do it all at once, then the beast of the field, they're going to turn on you, turn on your house, turn on your children. But if you parse that verse, you can't get that out of what I just said. I respect portion, I respect scholars. I'm a many scholar, many theologian myself. I rely more upon the Ruach HaKodesh. Fighting. People breaking up. People getting divorced. And I'm talking about these people that got the law of Yah. These people that say they're righteous. These people say they love Yah, but they ain't happy. Well, how can you love Yah and not be happy? I ain't figured that one out yet. How can you love God and not be happy? How can you holler the blood, Jesus, 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 and not be happy? I don't understand that one now. Chameleons, two-faced, not willing to deal with self, because the problem is in self. Problem not out here. Problem not out here. Ain't nothing wrong with this world. The only thing wrong with this world is the people in it. Is the people in it. Listen to the book. Ecclesiastes. We dealt with Numbers chapter 10. Let's move to Numbers chapter 10. Numbers chapter 10, verse 9. You're going to have people today talking about polygyny. You're going to have people today talking about, oh, the white man and oppression and this and that and this and that. There ain't nothing more powerful than who and what I serve. Yeah, I understand. But Yahweh is the end of all the means and all the mannerisms of man. Can't stay married, can't stay on the job, can't keep a house, and grandchildren running crazy, children running crazy, everything that's all out of whack, everything all gone haywire. But we say we in the wheel. And we say we can't. So I have to start examining self. Because if not, then that that showed me insanity. That's insanity. Insanity is a person who don't examine themselves. Insanity is a person who, oh, I ain't going to receive that. Oh, yes, I receive it. I receive what you're saying. You saying it to me about me? Oh, I'm glad you're saying it to me, because the next time I won't be walking in that light. I won't be living in that light. See, I don't care what you put on me or what you say about me or to me. My job through Torah, if it's true, to make you a liar. Because I have the key ingredient. I hold the serum, Torah. Anything you saying about me, if you hold any kind of truth, I can change it. Because the same way Yahweh with Moshe is the same way Yahweh with each and every one of us. And he is with us in spirit. He is with us in Torah, because the word that he speaks is spirit and it is life. No, our words, we try to say that and say, oh, the word that I speak, well, if the word you speak is spirit and life, then where is what it produces? See, Yahweh dealt with me. Yahweh dealt with me. And he dealt with me this week. When I began to deal with myself, I began to deal with myself really, really hard. And Yahweh dropped this on me. He said, listen, you are established. I have established you. You are established. He said, but there are people in this world that are wanderers. That they're going to wander to and fro. They're just going to wander. They're going to wander. He said, but I have established you. And I established you for a purpose. In a time such as this. I'm telling y'all, we better get a grip. We taking this Bible. We making this Bible fit us where we are in our lives. And we're doing ourselves disservice. Because I see people all the time extract the glitter out the Bible, extract the glitter. No bitter. I extract bitter. Because the bitter is what's going to make me better. Bitter has always made me better. Bitter is what strengthens me. Not the glitter. The glitter is the light, and the lights, camera, action. No, it's the bitter. Bitter is the behind the scenes. See, I go hard behind the scenes because that's what's important to me. Who I am behind the scene. What is my activity behind the scene? Behind the scene. Yahweh begin to allow you serve wants and pleasures. You better go hard. You better get your head out of the sand and get in the game. Yahweh is not some evil, mean man sitting on no throne waiting to destroy us. No, he's not. He ain't sitting there with some rod waiting to destroy us when we make one false move or make a bad move. But what we do have to do is we have to recover from the moves and recover from the things that are not of Yah and the things that come from us making bad and poor choices. Listen to the book, Numbers 10 and 9. Watch this. And if you go out to war in your land against the enemy that oppresseth you. Now let me show you what this land when you go out to war. Let me show you what the land is. If I go over to Genesis, Bereshit, the Bible said that y'all formed man from the land, from the dust of the earth. See, because I'm using the allegory. I know about portion. I'm using the allegory. I'm using metaphor because this word is spiritual. This word is moral. And this word is so much more. And I see people taking away the gifts and the greatness of Yahweh and people trying to follow behind them. I thank y'all that I don't follow man, but I follow Yah. Hebrew is a beautiful language. But man will always find a way to tear folk down while he doing stuff. to try to make it put a milestone around other folk neck. And if you go out to war, if you go to war in your land, you go to my land, against the enemy that oppresses me. See, I'm in a state of oppression. I'm oppressing myself right now. I am oppressive unto myself. I oppress me. Can't no white man oppress me because I am spirit in physical form. I am spirit. I am not a human being. I am a being that is in a human carbon body. I usually say being human. No, I ain't no human being. You can keep that. See, I'm not gonna let you put what you want to put on me. Like some of my good brothers say. You understand me? I'm not gonna let you brand me and call me what you want to call me, and then I'm gonna follow that because everybody say what they say. That's why I don't use certain words. Y'all be talking about death and life is in the power of the tongue, but then you say words don't matter. Well, which is it? Do the words matter or the words don't matter? So I'm not going to be confused. So I'm going to move accordingly in discipline. So when I begin, because this is how you become Yisrael. All you talking about you Yisrael, no, you Hebrews. And every Hebrew is not Yisrael. Hebrew. Every Hebrew is not Yisrael. And if you go to war in your land against the enemy that oppresses you, then you shall blow along with the trumpets, and you shall be remembered before Yahweh your Abba, and you shall be saved from your enemies. But what you got, look at what you got to go do to be saved from them. I'm going to read it one more time. I'm just read this part. And if you go out to war, and if you go out to war, if you go out to war in your land against the enemy, if you go out to war in your land against the enemy. Now put together what Yahweh said he'll do. We're not going out to war in our land against the enemy. We sitting back. We sitting back taking blow after blow after blow. Child getting killed after child getting killed. Girl getting raped after girl getting raped. But we say we conscious. We say we set apart. Man, I'm so distant from anything but the spirituality of Yahweh till it ain't funny. That's why I stay to myself. Because the same way you're going to see me today, is the same way I ain't going to switch. See, people switch and don't even know they switching. I'm going to be the same way day in and day out. Now, when I'm changing, I'm going to tell you, well, I'm going to start doing this now. I'm going to start working. So I'm going to let you know change coming. But people change, don't even know they're changing. You know why? Because they're being driven and not led. See, anytime you driven, a change come in your life you don't know. That's right. When you driven, change come. You start changing, you don't know. People have to tell you. But when you are led, you are aware, and you are in control of that change. Oh, yeah. It's a difference. And I know the truth. Because I was chief in the world. And I mean chief in the world. Chief in the world. The riches of the world. Had the riches of the world. The riches of the world. And I know both sides. I know both sides of that ball. And I will never go back to that side. And we don't have to die broke, but we got to work. We got to work. And we got to work together. If we work together, listen, let let the book do the talking. Let's go to Bereshit. Go to Bereshit. Let the book do the talking. Let the book do the talking. Go to Genesis. Let's go to Genesis 11. And I want you to look at Genesis 11 and chapter 6. Because I'm a word man, I'm a scripture man. I deal with the word, I deal prophetically, however you want to do it, however you want to get out. Yes, I'm with you on whatever level you want to be. You want to parse, I can parse it out too. I can sit down and same thing you do, you're using the tool. They talking about, oh, they using the tool, you using the tool. You use the tool to learn what you learn. This is what the Bible says in verse 6. And Yahweh said, behold, the people is what? The people is he called. They one. And they have all one language, which only means that when they speak, they comprehend. See, I remember one time I worked on a job as an electrician. And it was a Spanish dude who didn't know no English. He didn't know any English. But we knew that looking at the blueprint, and this Bible is a blueprint, that we had to make pipe runs. We had to make pipe runs to put J-boxes in the ceiling to put 10 lights on 120 amp circuit. 8 lights on 120 amp circuit. And put the receptacles on the low. So we couldn't speak, we couldn't communicate. But we'll point pipe, 1-inch pipe, 3/4-inch pipe, 10-inch gauge wide, 12-inch gauge wide, number 4, number 6, a 2-pole 50 amp breaker, and we got the job done. It didn't matter about the language barrier. It matters about comprehension. We don't comprehend one another. Person tell us something, and we don't care what they say. We just gonna do what we gonna do anyway. No, then it ain't gonna work. Division coming. Because a house divided can't stand. A kingdom should fall. It's the little things that we do not use. It's the little increment things that Yahweh has given us that we're failing. And we're failing miserably. Because we're looking for this real big old great, and it's just the little. He said, you. He said, what he should say? He said, to all people feel, what it say? No talk. The smallest, from the smallest to the last. It all got to be fulfilled. Nothing going to be done away with. But me and that man got that pipe, and we got the wire pull. Guess why? Because listen, there was no language barrier. And this they began to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. But what it don't say is together. You got to use together. Nothing shall be restrained from them. You know when they start failing? When they start separating. When they start forming denominations. Second Baptist, First Baptist, Presbyterian, Lutheran, Pentecostal. It's when they start failing. As long as they were all in car, under Torah. And this here, we know this before. We know what this is right here. So we know what's instilled in the people. In Bereshit. And we know that after this is where we really got off course and got off track. Because this is one of the only times I see in the Bible something that you can call a civilization. We don't live in no civilization today. This is not no civilization. People are not civilized, killing and running people over with cars and raping babies and raping men and raping men in prison. And this is not civilization. This is the only civilization that I've seen in this Bible. When man was God. When man was one. And Yah himself said, when they work together, there's nothing that be. Look what the book says. And pause it if you want to. There's nothing, and now nothing will be restrained from them. That what? They. I got this Hebrew camp, this doctrine, this Hebrew camp, this doctrine, this Hebrew camp, this doctrine. And we talking about y'all coming to our rescue. Y'all coming to our aid. So what happens when you are your own biggest enemy? What happens? What happens? Tell me what happens when you are your own biggest enemy. You implode. You self-destruct. And you find a way in your self-destruction. And while you're imploding, you find a way to still hold on to a false type of faith. Because it's false. It's false because faith is believing that Yahweh knows what's best for you. Oh, faith is the thing I see. Faith is believing that Yahweh knows what's best for mankind. That's what faith is. See, ain't no people, people not walking in no faith because you don't believe that Yahweh knows what's best for you. If you're in a situation, you pray for that situation, you pray for that job, you pray for that car, you pray for that child, you pray for that marriage. Now you're married, now you got a job, now you got a car. Now all of a sudden, the job ain't this, and the marriage ain't this, and oh, the house ain't this, and I be like, boy, they are self-destructing. And they're finding a way to try to say that they have faith. So Yahweh messed up when the job that you begged and you pleaded for, you got the job. Now, the job wasn't no good. Everybody on the job is a devil. What happens when you are your own biggest enemy, Krishanti? What happens? Let us look at Ezekiel. No, go to Exodus. Go to Exodus 23. And we'll work our way up to Ezekiel. Go to Exodus 23. Exodus 23 and 20. I don't know what more that I can ask Yahweh for. I'm dealing with me. I got to get in gear. I got to get it together. And I hope there's some other people out there that's not taking this message offensively, but you saying to yourself, man, I got to get it together, man, because them points coming out of the Bible. That man ain't standing up making that stuff up. Them points came out the book. None of them first verses that I went, ain't nothing on my paper. What I'm going through now is on the paper. Listen to the book. The situation room that is set before you and I. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way and to bring thee into a place which I have prepared. Wow. But are you prepared for what's been prepared for you? Have you started your preparation? See, you got to start your preparation before the dance. See, you can't pick your dress out the night of when the dance done started. You can't pick your shoes out. You can't decide what you're going to eat once the party already done started. The people there, we lack preparation. Where's our preparation, people? If we are prepared for the second coming, then where's your preparation? Where's your nation? Where's your bride? Church ain't the bride. I promise you the church ain't the bride. You can take that to the bank. You can take that to the bank. There is no replacement for Israel. I ain't no fool. I'm led. And I'm talking, but I ain't no fool. No. I got many people in the church I love. I love them to death. And like I gave y'all the scripture last week, well, it gave them a pass on the name. But now I'm talking about what we supposed to be producing. What are we supposed to produce? And I'm going to show you that I know it's supposed to be done because you got Mexicans, you got Spanish, you got Greeks, you got Romans, you got, what else we got? You got Japanese, you got Chinese, and all those people are Ikar. They are together as a unit. They have a military, they have a navy, they have a currency. I can't get over, we keep on talking about the white man in the system, but you keep pouring your dollar in his system. We won't build nothing. We won't own nothing. We are the biggest consumer, the Hebrew that produces nothing. Oh, we produce, and don't get me wrong, I'm finna say this, we produce entertainment for the world. Now in the Bible, they call those gestures. They used to call those gestures. That what they used to call them? Is that what they used to call them, white gestures? They used to call them gestures. They would come out and they would perform for the king. So you got Kraft and you got this other Goodell and all these people, you understand me? You got the basketball commissioner. We sport. We sport for the world. Dancing, rapping, running, jumping, dunking, kicking, blocking, typing, throwing, catching. Yeah. But economically, we're still at the bottom. Listen to this book. Verse 21. Beware of him and obey his voice. Him you can parse that. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions. For my name is in him. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thy enemies and an adversary to thy adversary. Now I want you to look at this verse very, 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 very closely, because many Hebrews gonna take this and they're gonna say that, oh, Yahweh gonna get them, he gonna get them, oh, he gonna get them that oppressed us. But Yahweh gotta get you first, because Yahweh gotta get all that muck out of you. He gotta get that filth out of our gut. Out of our gut. He gotta get that filth out of our mind. He got to get all the hurt. He got to get all the pain and take it and put it in one big ball and show us, look, take all your hurt, take all your pain, put it in a ball, and now you ought to have a formula for success. All your hurt, all your pain, all your letdown, all the lies, you ought to have a remedy for success in me too. I done failed enough in my life in order to know how to prevail now at this point in my life at 50 years old. The first adversary that Yahweh must deal with is the adversary that I am to myself, is the adversary that Yisrael is unto itself. Yisrael is an adversary unto itself, and that is why Yahweh scattered us to the four corners of the earth. And I will prove in Scripture if time permits. Because we were an adversary unto ourselves. Because when Yahweh get over there in the book, when he began to deal with Ezekiel, which Ezekiel, I think in Ezekiel chapter 20, I think it's Ezekiel chapter 20, I think it's verse 38 or somewhere around there. I'll get to it. I don't get before myself. For my angel shall go before thee and bring thee unto who? An enemy. The enemy within. See, you can't, listen, you can't deal with what oppresses you out there until you deal with what oppresses you here. I just got through telling my wife, listen, my mind cluttered. I'm cluttered up. I can't be cluttered up. I'm a regimented man. When I get up in the morning, I have to get up and I have to come say my prayer blessing. I got to pray. Then I got to get up and I got to study my Hebrew. Then I got to get up. I got to go to work for a few. Then I got to come back in and should be coming back in and getting on my face praying and going back out to work. Dealing with my children, dealing with my wife. But I must remain regimented. If you don't have a regimen, you're already playing in the field. That's one of your problems if you don't have a regimen. A regimen trains you and prepares you for what's coming. See, we the kind of people, we like to try to get prepared when the thing at the door. When the thing at the door, that's when we want to get prepared and we want to get ready. But I tell anybody, you ain't that good. I ain't that good. You ain't that good. Especially without the Royal College Dash, I know I ain't good at all. Not at all. So my whole life is to prepare. I'm going to give you scripture. You should be ready in season and out of season. Does that sound like a regimen to you? Or does that sound like you're doing what you want to do when you get ready to do? I'm not telling y'all that y'all got to be robots and y'all not gonna have some leisure time. I'm not saying that, but that leisure time got to be sacrificed for the rebuilding of the nation of the kingdom of Yahweh. Yahweh gonna bring us into his rest. It ain't time, it's work time. Yahweh said the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Pray ye that I send more workers into the harvest. Listen to the book. Bring it to the Hittite, the Perizzite, the Canaanite, the Hivite, the Jebusite, and I will cut them off. When are they going to be cut off? They need to be cut off in me. Because what I don't need to do is I don't need to have inside of me the cares and the affairs of the Goyim, the nations around. Because you know Israel is called a nation too in the Bible. They call it the nation of Israel. So the Bible calling Israel a Goyim too. Until they cross over. Till they transition. See, Hebrews don't understand that they got to cross over and go through a transition too. Man, because you born a Hebrew, that don't afford you no special privileges. If anything, it put a harshness on you. It make it harder for you. You know why it make it harder? Because you're born with an expectation. You're born with an expectation from the creator of all things. You're born with an expectation from the creator of all things. And we move around like ain't no expectation on us. I know he ain't gonna hit. I know it's gonna fall in deaf ear. But I'm gonna get the blood off my hands. I'm gonna get it off my hand. And while I'm getting it off my hand, you watching me, I'm watching you. See, am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Everybody don't want to be told what to do. Everybody just want to run, rip and run, and just do what they do. Verse 24, thou shalt not bow down to their deity, nor serve them, nor after their works, but thou shalt utterly overthrow them and quite break down the images. Where do you break down the images and where do you overthrow them? In your mind. In your mind. No, you ain't breaking it down and throwing it down out there. You overthrowing it in your mind. So when you go through up through the breaking for the land, like Yahweh said, I'm gonna take all through the breaking for the land, you ain't worshiping what they worshiping. You ain't praising what they praising. You ain't paying homage to what they're paying homage to. You don't even look the same. It's false righteousness. It's false set apartness. Because everything, nothing has no discipline. I'm a man of discipline. I'm a man of regimen. Because my father is a regimented man. My father is of discipline. I know that through all his teachings. So I too must be that while I walk the face of this rest. But a lot of people falling off because what's going on around, ain't nothing going on around them. Ain't no life around them. The energy is dead around them. It's dead. You can change that death value. And you can bring life. Because you are that light. All you need is light. All you need is a glimmer of light, a spark of light. But you can't bring forth fresh water and sweet water too. Can't bring forth both of them. Can't bring forth both of them. Can't bring forth both of them. Should not be. Listen to the book. You got to tear down these images. You got to break down this stuff. Whatever you've been through in childhood, whatever you've been through in adulthood, you got to tear that image down. I'm still tearing the image down because I come from a street life. So I'm still learning how to move in set apartness and in righteousness, because it's certain things that I cannot do. It's certain things that I cannot touch any longer. Touch not that which is forbidden. And one thing I know about us, we love what's forbidden. We love what's forbidden. If the say we can't have it, that's the thing we want. What they say we can have, well, I don't want that. See, I got to get some get right. We got time to be playing. Come on, let us move. Let us move. Let me see how far we are. Got to deal with me. I can't deal with nobody else. I can't deal with nobody else. I can put a word out there, but I got to deal with me. I got to lead by example. Because I got to lead by example. You know why? Because what did I just say, Koshanti? There's a what on me? What I said, Keith, there's a what on me? There's an expectation on me. There was an expectation on my life when I was born. When I was born a Hebrew, there was an expectation in the Shamayim on my life when I was born. I'm not average. I'm no better, but I'm not average. My ancestors were chosen in this book. So I need to live my life like there's an expectation on my life. I need to live like I got an expectation on myself. We done lost the expectation of self. Do you still expect anything from yourself, or you expect everything from outer space? Nothing manifests in you. Everything manifests in me. Everything manifests in me. Everything starts with me. Start with prayer. Or start with purpose. 2 P's. Prayer and purpose. That's what it starts with. It starts with purpose, or it starts with prayer. Let us turn to the book of Ezekiel. We ain't getting nowhere. And me, one thing about me, I ain't finna keep doing the same thing over. I ain't finna keep doing the same thing and not getting a result. I ain't doing it. I think I got too much sense for that, and I do got too much sense for that. I'm not doing it. I'm not finna keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and getting the same result. I ain't doing it. Ezekiel chapter 20. And I'm going to hit verse 38. Then I'm going to show you something. I really need to start at 33, but I'm going to read this and I'm going to fall back to 33. And I will purge out from among you the rebels. The rebel. Y'all purge that rebel out of me. Purge that rebel out of me. I don't care what I think or what the people think. Oh, he this and oh, he that. Oh, he work hard. He come forth on Wednesday. He come forth on Saturday. He come forth on Sunday. Oh, his wife come forth Tuesday. She come forth Friday. Man, y'all purge that rebel out of me. I need this rebel gone. Hebrew, we need these rebel gone out of us. All of us got a rebel in us. Because that's what's bucking up. And I will purge out from among you the rebels, and them that transgress against me. I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel. Man, this is Israel. Just because you're a Hebrew, Yahweh say, I'm going to gather all you Hebrews. Woo! Fall back to 33. Let's put it together. Show you what he said. As I live, saith Yahweh, surely with a mighty hand, and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out, will I rule over you, Israel. Will I rule over you, Hebrews. And I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out. See, when you go over there, I think it's Peter. It's Keeper. It's Keeper 1 or 2. It said that judgment must first begin at the house of Yah. This is the house of Yah. Judgment started here, people. Ezekiel telling you, he showed it to you. Listen to the book. So I will bring out all the way, and you are scattered. And with a mighty hand, and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out. I don't want to lose no brothers and sisters. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you, panee to panee. We in the wilderness, people. Y'all is pleading with us face to face. I can't get this if I parse it. Listen, y'all is pleading with us face to face right now in the Americas. Listen to the book. Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Israel, so I will plead with you, saith Yahweh. I will cause you to pass under the rod. What's that rod? What's that rod? The rod is judgment. The rod is correction. The rod is direction. The rod is strength. The rod is Torah. I will rule you with a mighty rod, with an outstretched arm, with a rod. That word, the word of y'all, he said, look, I'm going to pass y'all. I'm going to pass y'all up through the bread. I'm going to pass y'all through this land. Because it's something that I got to do. Something I got to do. Listen what he said. He said, I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bonds of the covenant. He said, I'm going to pass you underneath that rod. I'm going to pass you underneath my judgment. What's the judge? Torah. And I'm beginning, the rod also represents measuring. You measure by a rod. So I'm going to begin to measure you. I'm beginning to measure you out. The breadth, the length, and the width, the height. the scales. I'm going to see if the scale within you is just. I'm going to see is it an unjust weight that you're using. Now watch this. And I will purge out from among the rebels. Now listen. He said, I'm going to bring all you Hebrews. I'm going to wake all you Hebrews up. I can't get it for partial. I'm going to wake all you Hebrews up. And when I wake you Hebrews up, y'all better get it. I will purge out from among you the rebels. So I got to deal with y'all internally first, and then I'm going to deal with y'all as a whole corporate. And them that transgress against me, I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land. So get what it says. Since they enter into the land, they won't enter into this land, they're going to be a people without a land. They're going to be a forsaken people. It's some Hebrews that's going to be forsaken. Because y'all always say, y'all not coming into this land. Y'all not coming into this entitlement. Y'all going to be a people without a land, without a purpose, and without a power, without a source, without me. Listen to the book. And they shall not enter into the land of Israel, and you should know that I am Yahweh. We got to get it together. We got to get it together. The rod is the judgment and the measurement to purge out the rebel in me. So I must continually, day by day, pick up my Torah and live by my Torah and understand the commandments. I must, every day, I must begin back to refining myself. Every day I must begin to turn up my own fire. I must begin to press myself again. When I begin to press myself, then when I begin to press myself, then what is precious, it begins to be released. What's precious inside me. Torah began to press me. And when Torah began to press me, and I began to murmur, and I began to moan, and the Spirit began to make murmurs for me, then what's precious inside me is released. The anointing. It's only released in the place of pressure. You don't need it anyplace else. You don't need an anointing just walking down the street. Oh, he's so anointed. You're right. They say people so anointed, they live like devils. They live like devils. That's the word y'all want to use. I use evil. I just dropped the D. I use evil. Because all through the Bible say evil. Then y'all get back here in the back. And I showed y'all a few services ago that what they was calling the devil was idols. It wasn't what we done did, what we done made up. And then the pen of the scribe back here in Revelation, and through these second writings, they done put this in him. And now we extract it because we need a fall guy. So now we get a fall guy. The devil is the fall guy. I know that devil so tired of people using him. That devil, since y'all created that devil, I bet that devil saying, now you know I ain't had nothing to do with that, Yahweh. You know I ain't had nothing to do with that. Yahweh be like, yeah, I know. That's just them. That's just them. Listen to this book. If we don't stop, and we don't come together, it's going to be a great falling out concerning the Hebrews first. Oh, this over in Kepha. It's over in Kepha around, let's look at 2nd Kepha, Peter. Let's go get it. Let's look at, I think it's going to be 4 and I think it's going to be it's first Peter. It's going to be 4 and let's do 4 and 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, that ain't the church. That ain't Christianity. And if the first began in us, what shall the end of them that obey not the gospel of Yah? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the unrighteous and the sinner appear? Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of Yah commit the keeping of their souls to him in well doing as unto a faithful creator. Let's move to the book. Let's move to the book. Let me show you why the rebel got to go out of me. Why the rebel got to go out of you. And why the rebel got to go out of Israel. This is why the rebel got to go. Let's go back to Yehoshua. Let's go back to Joshua. Let's travel back to Joshua. Let's go to Joshua 7 and 10. And Yahweh said unto Yehoshua, get thee up, wherefore liest thou upon thy face? He in prayer. Listen now, I want y'all to get this. And he done got many men, he done got me off the floor. I done got thrown out the sanctuary before. Now I don't know if he do that to his daughters, but I done got booted out this sanctuary before. Out of his presence. Running in here crying. Y'all been straight me about that. He deal with his boys differently than he deal with his girls. Listen what it says. So, Yehoshua, he on his face. Y'all would say, look, get on your feet. Get on your feet for this help. Because I need you to move with haste. Get out my face. Israel has sinned. That's the rebel. That's the rebel. That's the transgression. That's the transgressor in all of us. That's the transgressor. And they have also transgressed what? The covenant. We transgress the covenant like it ain't nothing. Then when stuff don't go, our stuff ain't working like we planned, now we looking crazy. And they have also transgressed my covenant, which I commanded them, for they have even taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen, and dissembled also, and they have put it even among their own stuff. That shows internal, inside, internal. Therefore, the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies. That's why Yahweh say, look, I'm going to gather y'all, and I got to purge out the rebels. I got to purge out the rebel in you, and I got to purge the rebel that's in the congregation. He said, because as long as you got rebels, that means y'all will rebel. That means you got a rebelling spirit that is residing inside you and on the side of you. So how can you win with a rebelling spirit in you and on the side of you? On the side of you, you're surrounded by people that's going to rebel. And what's inside you is going to gravitate toward what's around you. Listen to this book. Therefore the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies, because they were accursed. Neither will I be with you anymore, except you destroy the accursed thing from among you. Accursed thing from among you. Get up, sanctify the people, and say, sanctify yourselves against tomorrow. But thus saith Yahweh of Israel, there is an accursed thing in the midst of thee, O Israel. Thou cannot stand before thy enemies until ye take away the accursed thing from among you. The reason why we can't stand is because we're not dealing with the enemy inside of us, and that accursed thing is not allowing us to stand in this realm, in this world. It is not allowing us to stand in this present cardinal world as a people and as a nation, because it is an accursed thing inside of us. And y'all is saying in his word, as long as y'all holding on to the hatred, as long as y'all holding on to the disbelief and the unbelief, you will never be able to stand before your enemies, and I'm not going to be with you. Facebook gave a lot of people life that didn't have life. I I had life without Facebook, ministry without Facebook ministry. Was doing ministry without Facebook. That's Facebook produced a lot of mores and a lot of pastors and a lot of prophets. Periscope produced a lot of prophets and mores and bishops and oh man. Instagram gave people what seemed to be a ministry that had no ministry without social media. Without social media, they had nothing. They weren't working nothing. That's why they say, don't give nobody a microphone. Facebook is a microphone, people. It's a platform for fools. Got a whole bunch of profanity in it. Ain't nowhere in the world. And then they talk about the word over the words. It's just how you believe and perceive the words. Man, come on, man. Stop, man. That's all. Stop, man. Stop. Stop. When you was a child with certain words, you heard your feelings. Somebody told you they hated you when you was a child. That hurt you. Somebody told you they loved you. And somebody told you was worthless. And then somebody started using these different words. Them words, listen, man, those words carry energy. That's why people fight to the death when people call them out their name. Because those words carry energy. Then I hear some of the most brilliant men, well, those words don't mean anything. Those, it's just how you perceive these things. And, these words. That's why we in trouble. Because y'all call the evil good and good evil. And I'm going to show you how you call the good evil. Because that thing that you just justified was evil in the sight of Yah. It was evil according to Torah. But you made it good. So now when a man come and tell you, bro, you shouldn't use that type of verbiage out your mouth. Now you're going to make me evil. Oh, shit, you think you got... That's why we got to purge out the rebel in and the rebel without. And once you purge out the devil within, and once you purge out the rebel within, guess what then? I want to show y'all the power of Yahweh. I want to show y'all the power. I want to show y'all a supernatural miracle. Can I show y'all a supernatural miracle that Yahweh has placed in our hands to happen? If we purge out the rebels in us as a nation, then there will be no rebels around us in our nation. How about that, devil? Not in the nation. They will be the Goyim, they will be what's around us, but they will not be within us. They will not be within our kingdom. Because a kingdom divided cannot stand. A house divided, it should fall. It should fall, my people. So Yahweh have placed supernatural abilities in us through his word, through his Torah. See, we always looking for some walking on water or some flying through the air. Man, listen, if we purge out what's not of Yah, all will begin to walk in a new light, in a new power, in a new fresh anointing, a fresh authority. But y'all want to see people laying on the ground, spitting and throwing up. Y'all want to see people doing this and people doing that. But I promise you this one thing. If we purge out the rebel within, you will see a supernatural move in the nation of Israel, in the nation of the Hebrews. Listen, you'll begin to see people begin to start taking notes. Like Yahweh said the people will. Yahweh said the people would, and people will begin to take notes. That's what the book says. So I'm talking about supernatural. I'm talking about through prayer and through fasting. When you purge out this rebel. Go back and read the book of Joshua. You read the book of Joshua, Joshua. Yahweh was with them once they purged that thing out. Once they purged that thing out, Yahweh was with them. But one thing we can't keep doing, we can't keep sleeping with the enemy. You can't keep sleeping with the enemy. Because every time you close your eyes, you might not get no rest, but the enemy resting. Because he don't need none. And then he won't allow us to get none. That's why Yahweh say to him, he love, he give rest. It is a terrible thing to stay up all night eating the bread of sorrow. For them that love him, Yahweh, he give rest. He give rest. Listen to the book. So we see in the book of Joshua, we must purge these things out. Look at the book of Daniel. I'm getting ready to close. I'm not going to deal with your code. I don't know where they get the name, that name, where James came from. James and John, Jacob and James that's really the same thing, right? That's really the same. When you research, that's really the same thing. Yaakov. It's really the same thing. They put stuff in the book. People don't research it, don't look at it. They don't research and look. Look at Daniel. Yes. Chapter 9. So, hold Daniel chapter 9. And I want to show y'all where we are now. Ezekiel. I want you to go to Ezekiel chapter 20. Sweet. Turn back over to Ezekiel chapter 20. I'm going to show y'all something. I want to explain this verse, and then I'm going to shorten up enough here. But I want to explain this verse. Job chapter 20 and verse, Ezekiel, yes ma'am, Ezekiel. In verse 25, I want to touch verse 25. Before I gave them also statutes that were not good, and judgments whereby they should not live. When it say judgment where they should not live, it's saying judgment that would not produce life, that would not bring forth life. It would not bring them into life unto me. Now, when you read that verse, it says, this is, y'all speaking, he said, wherefore I gave them also statutes that were not good. But what does that mean, Queen? Is he contradicting Deuteronomy? Is he contradicting Exodus? No, he's not. Let's look at verse 18. But I said unto their children in the wilderness, walk not in the statutes. See, our parents had statutes that we walk in. Our parents left remnants of stuff in us that were not good. Some of our parents left stuff in us that were not good. So Yahweh said, look, walk you not in the statutes of your fathers, neither observe their judgment. So our forefathers and our mothers, they had statutes and they had judgments that were not good before Yahweh. But it's what they were practicing. So what Yahweh turned them over to was their own statutes and their own judgments. He turned them over. And he said that our own statutes and our own judgments will not produce the life of Yah. It will not bring us into the life of Yah, the divine nature of Yah. Listen to the book. Neither observe their judgments, nor defile. Listen what it says. But I said to the children of wilderness, walk ye not in the statutes of your fathers, neither observe their judgments, nor defile yourselves with their idols. Their devils. is a good word you can use there. An idol. Something you worship, something you put before Yah. I am Yahweh, your source, your power. Walk in my statutes and keep my judgments and do them and hallow my Sabbaths, and they shall be a sign between me and you, that you may know that I am Yahweh, your Abba. Notwithstanding the children rebelled against me, they walk, listen, they walk not in my statutes. So these not the statutes that Yahweh gave them. Neither kept my judgment to do them, which if a man do, he should even live in them. They polluted my Sabbaths. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them to accomplish my anger against them in the wilderness. Nevertheless, I withdrew my hand and wrought for my name's sake, that it should not be polluted in the sight of the heathen, in whose sight I brought them forth. I lifted up my hand unto them, also in the wilderness, that I would scatter them, here we go, among the heathen, and disperse them through the countries. I dealt with that. Because they had not executed my justice. So y'all ain't gave them nothing. What y'all is saying, if you parse it, you'll get. What y'all is saying, look, I turned them over. Really, he's saying I turned them over to vile affection and reprobate mind. That's really what he's saying. I turned them over to them. I turned them over to their imaginations. See, that's nothing in the second writings that cannot be parallel to the first writings. Ain't nothing new. So y'all say, look, because they did not execute my judgments, but had despised my statutes and had polluted my Sabbaths, and their eyes were after their fathers' idols. So then he says, wherefore I gave them also statutes. I gave them over. I gave them over to those statutes that were not good. And I gave them over to the judgments whereby they should not live, that would not bring life. And I polluted them in their own gifts. I let them have it. And right now, Yahweh is letting us have it. He letting us have it. We moving around Israel in our communities. We got one of the highest murder rates in the world among our people. Among our people. Among the colored, the Negro, you know, the African. If you want to be an African, the Hebrew, the African Hebrew, whoever you want to be. Because you ain't gonna be none of that in the spirit. That's why I really don't deal with none of that, because in the spirit you're not gonna be a Hebrew. So you got a Hebrew spirit. So oh man, we missing the mob. Oh, we missing the mob. We missing the mob. We really missing the mob. So Yahweh will turn us over to our own judgments and our own statutes and our imaginations, people. And that's what he did to their children, to our ancestors' children in the wilderness. But he had already prophesied. He already said back then. He told Moshe, look, they're going to go horn. Let's look at the book of Daniel. And let us go. Daniel 9. For the sake of time, I'm going to jump in and cut it off. So I'm going to jump into verse 3. And I set my face unto Yahweh to seek by prayer and supplication with fasting and sackcloth and ashes. We got to get dirty, people. This is what we got to get back to. We got to get back to prayer. We got to get back to fasting, prostate. We got to get back. This is what we got to get back to, because this is the only thing that makes us humble. This is the only thing that calls us into accountability. Listen to what the prophet began to say. Listen to how he said that we must return in the only way that we can return. We can't turn. We can't come talking about, y'all ain't gonna kill y'all. He gonna kill all of y'all. We gonna rape y'all women and we gonna dash y'all babies against the stone. Huh? It's written. I ain't touching nobody, baby. I ain't touching nobody, baby. I ain't raping nobody. I ain't raping nobody. I'm not doing it. I should have no pause. Hebrew. I done crossed over. I have crossed over to Israel. I will have no pause in that foolishness. No pause of it. Listen to the book. Verse 4. And I prayed unto Yahweh, my Abba, and made my confession and said, O Yahweh, the great and dreadful source of power, great and dreadful judge, ruler, keep the covenant and mercy to them that love him, and to them that keep his commandments. We have sinned and have committed iniquity and have done wickedly and have rebelled. Get that rebel out of me, y'all. Because that rebel is an offense unto Yahweh. Even by departing from thy precepts and from thy judgments, neither have we hearkened unto thy servants, the prophets, which spoke in the name of our kings, our princes, and our fathers, and to all the people of the land. O Yahweh, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces, as at this day, to the men of Judah, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and unto all Israel that are near and that are far off. Listen, that are near and that are far off, through all the countries, whether thou have driven them because of their trespass, that they have trespassed again. Don't tell me we ain't supposed to be keeping no feast days. I'm going to read it to you one more time. O Yahweh, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces, as at this day to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and to Israel that are near and that are far off, through all the countries whether thou hast driven them, have trespassed against thee. O Yahweh, to us belong confusion of face, to the kings, to our princes, to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee. We broke a covenant, people. Yahweh, these are our children in the streets that are committing these murders. So I stand before you guilty, Abba Yahweh. I raise my hands unto you, Abba Yahweh. And I plead, Abba Yahweh, for the children of Israel. I plead for the Hebrew Israelite, Abba Yahweh, that stand out in the gate of the city. I plead, Abba Yahweh, for them, the parents that are raised killers, Abba Yahweh, and murderers. For it is their children that are in the street that are killing and murdering, Abba Yahweh. Brother against brother. Cousin against cousin. Abba Yahweh, I plead, Abba Yahweh, that you replace that heart of stone, Abba Yahweh, with a heart of flesh, Abba. Abba Yahweh, speak unto your people, Abba Yahweh, from the least unto the greatest, Abba Yahweh. Speak unto your Yelodim, Abba Yahweh. For Abba Yahweh, you are the potter, and they are of the clay. Abba Yahweh, thy word is spoken. How can the clay say unto the potter, thou shalt make us me this, or thou shalt make me that? Abba Yahweh, I pray that you reclaim your nation, that you reclaim your people, and that you begin your purge, Abba. And I pray that you begin your purge with me, Abba Yahweh. Purge me like hyssop, Abba Yahweh. Purge this vessel, Abba Yahweh, that I am, this wretched man that I am, Abba Yahweh. I pray it, Abba Yahweh, as I always pray that it be, Abba Yahweh, that it start with me, Abba. For you have the power, Abba Yahweh, to kill, to destroy. You have the power to resurrect, create life. Oh, Lord. Selah, Selah, Yahweh. Verse 9, verse 8. O Yahweh, To us belong confusion and face to our King, our Prince, our Father, because we have sinned against thee. To Yahweh our all belong mercies and forgiveness, though we have rebelled against him. Neither have we obeyed the voice of Yahweh our Abba to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants, the prophets. As long as we keep walking as if we have denominations, Hebrews, we are guilty of this. We are guilty of this offense. Neither have we obeyed the voice of Yahweh to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants, the prophets. Yes, all Israel has transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. And when he said departing, that's going to other religions. That's going to religions, not other, but going into a religion such as Christianity. He says all of them have transgressed, even some have departed and went and found them another Savior. They have created them a Savior, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured out upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moshe, the servant of Yah, because we have sinned against him. And he hath confirmed his words which he spoke against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. A great evil, not a great devil, but bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole Shamayim have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem. As it is written in the law of Moshe, all this evil is come upon us, yet made we not our prayer before Yahweh, our Abba, as a nation, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth. Therefore have Yahweh watched upon the evil and brought it upon us, which means we brought it upon ourselves. Because the Bible says in Deuteronomy 30:19, I charge heaven and earth this day before you. I set before you curses and blessings, life and death. For Yahweh our Abba is righteous in all his works, which he doeth. For we obey not his voice. The man in the mirror, everybody, the man in the mirror, the envy, the spirit that lusts the envy against the flesh, is what we must deal with. And we must deal with it ASAP. Because Yahweh says, the ball is in your court. See, I have set before you this day life and good, death and evil. Deuteronomy 30:15. Deuteronomy 30:19 says, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Therefore choose life, that both you and your seed may live. I don't care if you're white, black as this phone, how tall, how slim, how skinny, how much Hebrew, how much Syriac, how much cuneiform. I don't care what we know. There's only one nation of people that is concerning Yah, and they are the righteous. They are the law-abiding, those that abide by the law of Yah, and those that every day that they wake up, they do a self-evaluation. They begin to examine self. Self is the key. Self is the way. I cannot control anything out there until I learn how to control this self. Because if this is out of control here, when you release this out there, it's out of control. Black man, white man, blue man, green man, whatever man you want to be. This book and this Torah is for you. For Yahweh has given us his word, his band, his Torah. And through his Torah is the way, the truth, and the life. And all men should enter under Yahweh. Because without Yahweh's commandments, his statutes, his judgments, we are a lost people. And we create our own statutes and we create our own judgments. When Yahweh has given it to us. I don't know why in the world you would do away with the judicial system in the Bible and create your own judicial system where you still put men to death. You still put men in the gas chamber, lethal injection, and you electrocute men. And then you have the nerve to say that the Bible is barbaric. The Old Testament is what they call it. The first writing is barbaric. But you have the power to inject a man, put him to sleep. You don't have to kill a man with electricity. You torment that man. But you say the Bible is barbaric. You could put that man, what the anesthesiologists use when you go into surgery, they could put a man to sleep and inject something in his veins and he never wake up. But y'all don't do that. But y'all call my creator barbaric. Y'all slaughter cows, chickens, hogs, venison, fish for your own eating. But when Yahweh say, look, the blood that y'all wasted, see, they're going to miss me with this with him. The blood that y'all are wasting, spilling it on the floor. Yahweh say, look, I want y'all to take this here. I want y'all to offer that on them. Oh, that's witchcraft. Well, what's the difference between you spitting the blood in the shambles in the slaughterhouse for you to consume and you to eat? Who are you? Who are you? To shed blood, since it's innocent blood. But you eat steak, but you eat turkey, you eat chicken, you eat fish. That animal was sacrificed for you. Are we greater than he that created us? So he cannot partake with us and feasting any longer. You don't cut Yahweh off from the feast. Y'all ain't even understand. Shabbat Shalom. We love you. Thank you for patronizing us in this place. Y'all not going to understand it. You don't want to understand it. Y'all killing animals. Y'all killing things. Y'all eating things. Y'all sacrificing those things for you to digest and to come out through your drought. But when it comes to this Bible, and it comes to what Yahweh saying, I want y'all to do, oh, that's done away with. We don't need to do that no more. But you do it for yourself. But you do it for yourself. I thank you for lending Yahweh your eyes and your ears this young. I thank you. I thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Moshe said unto the children of Israel, Yevirka Yahweh Bashirka, Yair Yahweh Panav Yeleka, Vidhuneka, Dice Yahweh Penal Yireka, Yinzem Makeshima, Yesarim, Echmi, Yahweh, Albany, Israel, Yene, and American. May Yahweh bless and keep you. May Yahweh face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May Yahweh lift up his countenance upon you and grant you peace. And they shall put my name, Yahweh, upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Listen, we got to work for what we want, and we got to work together. It's much work that we need to do in Israel, but we got to work together. We got to work. It's not going to fall. It's not going to fall out of the sky. We got to work. We got to rebuild strong homes first. You got to rebuild strong homes. You got to have a strong foundation. Your home is your foundation. You got to rebuild a strong home. We cannot have contention in the home, but there's work to be done, and we're going to have to work for what we want. It's not going to happen any other way. The Europeans worked for what they wanted. They brought a workforce over here that will work and build what they wanted. The Greeks did. The Arabs did. Everybody has done it. But we're going to have to find a way in righteousness, through Torah, and to produce. Because Yahweh created us with an expectation. Yes, he did. A high expectation. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.